Hello guys, welcome back to a brand new video of my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to summarize to you guys a book named Conspiracies 365. So by accident, I read the fourth book of the series and I haven't got a chance to read the first, second and third book. So I decided to guess the plot and the stories of this book's series, Conspiracies 365. So we have a boy whose name is Carl. He is 15 years old and almost turning 16. So his family is having like a top secret that they wouldn't share to Carl. So he decided to find and solve that mystery, the secrets. And all of a sudden, Carl found himself as the top of the state's most wanted criminal. So now he's on the loose, so he needs to escape from the police because he is a top wanted criminal of the state. So when Carl and his friend decided to steal the almond riddle from the Oriana gang, and Kelvin and Sumo is two of the guys who is in the Oriana's gang. So they chase Carl and his friend down the highway, and a high-speed chase has gone wrong because Carl and his friend was driving their car 200 kilometers per hour and they lost control. So they crashed in a small forest and then Sumo and Kelvin followed them. So Carl needs to escape right away because if Sumo and Kelvin caught Carl, he would be dead. So Carl ran for his life and then he hid and ran and hid and ran. And finally he found like a little cottage that he could hide in for the night. So he decided to take out the riddle and reading it and tried to find a clue in the riddle to solve it. But he couldn't find any clue, and that riddle seems like it is not going to make any sense. So Carl would leave it for later. But when it is about like 1 a.m. or 2 a.m., he heard a knock on the door. When he peeked outside, it was Sumo. So Sumo knows where Carl is and he tracked him down. So Carl ran for his life and then he realized that he is in the middle of a field. But then he heard gunshot. So Carl is very surprised and frightened, and then he saw a bunch of soldiers pointing a gun at him. So he realized that he is stuck in the middle of like a gun practice in a military. So he's probably screwed right now. So Sumo saw Carl and he decided to catch him. But a bullet hit Sumo in the stomach and then Sumo just collapsed down. So that is his chance. Carl ran very fast on the highway and then he ran and ran for a long time. And finally, he saw like a gas station. So he came in the gas station, asked for some food, charged his phone, and then he called his friend, his best friend, Box. So Box asked that if Carl have the riddle. So Carl said that he have the riddle in his backpack. So now he would find a way to go back to the city. And then Box announced a very sad news to Carl because his little sister is in a coma. So since that I have not read the first and second and third book, so I didn't know that what happened to Carl's little sister. So I guess that Carl might have done something to his little sister that put her into a very deep coma. So Carl basically need to get to the city ASAP because the doctor is about to turn off his little sister life support. So Carl need to find the fastest way to go back to the city to stop the doctor from doing that. So after like a few days, he arrived at the city and then he rushed to the hospital and then he just arrived on time and then he talked to his little sister because his voice is the only thing that could wake his little sister up from the coma. And his little sister started to move her arms and legs, and that is a miracle to everyone in the room. So because Carl is the most wanted criminal, so he needs to leave the hospital because he knows that when he's in the city, it's much easier for the police to track him down. So he found a very good boat. So that boat he made it his home, and then he called his best friend out, and they both tried to solve that riddle, but they couldn't make any sense because they tried for hours, but they couldn't solve that riddle because it is very hard, and it is hard to understand as well. So Carl decided to call one of his friends. So her name is Winter, and she is very smart, and she is very good at some of the riddle like this. So Winter said that this riddle is like some kind of about a double lock, and it is about some kind of number. So Winter decided to work on that riddle, but Carl's best friend Box disliked Winter because he thinks that Winter is working for some kind of gang, a group of gangs, so that she can't betray Carl. But Carl didn't believe him, and then Carl and Box just argued, and then Winter got very upset, and then she ran away. So Carl find Winter in the museum, and then they talk about the riddle, and then Winter said that she could solve the riddle. So when chasing Winter, Carl noted that he had left his backpack behind, which have the riddle inside it. So Carl needed to get back to the boathouse to retrieve his bag. And then Winter said that it is too late because her gang have came inside the boathouse, and then when Carl arrived at the boathouse, his backpack was gone. The riddle and everything important to him inside the backpack was gone. So Carl immediately knows that Winter is betraying him, just like his best friend have said before. So Carl is very angry, and then there is some guy behind Carl, and he knocked him down. So Carl woke up in a very different room. All of the room surrounding him are white. So he screamed and he demanded to meet anyone who is in the room to tell him that where he was. And then he screamed and kicked the door, but there's no one came to rescue him. So there's a very tall doctor. He came in the room and said that you could scream as much as you like, but if you scream, there's no one is going to help you. So good night. He turned off the light and left Carl in the dark. So that is all of the stories, all of the information in this book. So if I read the first, second, and third book, I might have reviewed all of that for you guys, but it's just an accident. So yeah, and I rate this book like an 8 out of 10 because I couldn't understand the first plot, so I was just basically guessing the whole stories because it is hard to understand that when you read the first book but not the first, second, and third. So yeah, that is the end of this video, and I hope you guys like my video. Please leave a like and subscribe. Goodbye.